I wait like 45 minutes, then they put you in the tube. Like perfume. I think the other one, the longer works too. Then she's been hospitalized, she's been so dehydrated, she goes in for liquid IV
Jim Kale.
for like 4 hours at a time. And she's got a bad time, but she's
Elevator right
on the
there.
road.
Real turn?
So you're planning to leave on Wednesday, Schwager?
That's my plan.
And then will you go straight through?
I'll probably stop at my buddy's place in Kentucky.
You have to stop for gas anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I got to stop for gas, and if I stop by his place, I'll stay overnight.
Is that about halfway?
Yeah, it's exactly halfway.
And what town are you in? Pensacola?
Panama City.
Oh, okay. They have their own airport?
We have an airport right where we live.
Okay.
They just got through doing the runway, too.
Is your repair finished down there?
As far as I know, I got pictures of the...
You see the cabinets,
The
I
insurance
think it's
company?
going.
The insurance company paid for everything?
Well, no, but they came way up.
It's gone.
Okay.
It's gone. You see,
think
look,
it's
there's
gonna
no
go.
bones.
they
Wonder
paid for
why.
more than we thought, because they paid for some.
Wonder
This is
why.
the one
Yeah, I
you
know.
forgot.
Wonder why the industry has such
They
a
weren't gonna pay nothing.
bad reputation. I know.
Then they went up to 3,200, which was to replace 9 feet of cabinet and 16 or 6 more, 15 feet of cabinet was totally destroyed. Then they wanted to take the doors off the old cabinets and sand them down
Oh, I remember you saying that.
and then revarnish them so they would look like the other ones.
Patchy.
But
You left one bone sitting on here, which is
If
what
we
she
did
kept going
that,
nuts
we
for.
would
It was
have
a chunk of a bone.
inside part of the cabinets, less
So
the
I
doors,
grabbed it, so she's following
would
me.
be
so I'm
different
like,
than what the rest of them
okay.
were, because the
She's
old
like-
ones were birch, these were, I
Okay,
couldn't,
so I start running,
couldn't find
and she's
anything in
following
birch
me,
cabinet.
she's
You
running,
know,
I
I
go
mean, it
through
was
the
just
kitchen,
such
I
a
throw it on the fridge, and she
cluster
goes,
screw. So anyway,
like, shit,
I got a
so I just
guy
kept
from,
running, and she comes down,
Paul Davis
I come down here and I
Restoration,
look at her,
okay? I
I
got
guess I
an
go-
independent
she goes, I'm going back to the fridge.
Independent,
She turns around back to the kitchen.
public adjuster, okay? 2 of them I talked
Dad's
to,
gonna need to go
one was
upstairs
out of
and
Miami,
listen
he
to
says,
what
oh
Jim
yeah, I
had.
got guys up in Panama City, they'll handle it. He says, call me back a couple days later, says, no, I can't get anybody up there to do it. Some other guy called me from Jacksonville, he says he could do it, he says, well, call on these contractors. So I started calling contractors, and the numbers he gave me was a guy who does tin buildings, another guy who did excavation, and I mean, everything but what I needed.
Right.
But, and he gave me a Paul Davis number, which was
Sit down, Pop.
an 800
Relax.
number or
No
whatever.
beer?
No, we're having wine.
wine.
Bring him
shit.
wine, too.
Yeah, wine.
I got beer right in here. Dawn's been talking me into wine lately.
Yeah. Thanks.
And so, anyway, the number he gave me was the 800 number, and when it would dial up, it would answer, and there was nothing there. So, out of desperation, I opened the phone book and looked under flood. And I seen Paul Davis Restorations. So I called that number, the guy come out, and I told him that I had a public adjuster who wanted a fee to come out and rewrite an estimate.
Right.
And he says, I'll bet he wants 10%. I said, no, he wants 20%. And he says, well, I've dealt with your insurance company before. I'll come out and look at it. And he says, plus you would have to pay me the same 20% for bringing the crew and everything in. And if you paid him 20%, it's going to cost you 20% more. So anyway, he came out, he looked everything over.
This is the second guy, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about?
Came out, looked it over, wrote an estimate for like 25,000, or no, 17 I think. His was 17. The guy for 25 was another independent guy. And so then naturally, he submitted that to the insurance company, then they had to send their adjuster back.
Right.
And they agreed on stuff that this guy found that they hadn't had. So they gave me just short of 10,000.
Okay.
And for 10,000, I could get new cabinets and a new kitchen floor, and whatever we had done already, I lose. But so I lost the carpeting and the walls work we did.
Right.
But at least I still wasn't gonna have to go buy cabinets and put them in myself and put a floor in
Right.
myself. What?
Your turn.
My turn.
And it's totally habitable.
And
And
it's
no
done.
mold or anything.
Huh?
No mold or anything.
No, the mold was, Johnny and I cut it all out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jim Kale's on the phone.
Are you going back down?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on the 11th, February 11th, 10 days.
I'm gonna go in April. I'm gonna go for Dad's birthday again.
Oh, good.
I just looked at my books at work. I'm probably gonna go down from like the 7th to the 12th or so. So that'd be nice. I went down last time for his birthday. I got down on his birthday, which was nice. So I wasn't able to go for very long last time, but it's still nice to get away. What about you? You got any trips planned on, Mike?
No, I'm gonna go to Tampa in April. We're having the 50th reunion of the Ohio University hockey team
Oh, yeah.
at the NCAA hockey tournament, which is being hosted this year by the Lightning.
Fun.
And a couple of the guys are retired in that area. They have season tickets for the Lightning, and they got a skybox for 18 of us
Wonderful.
from that team from 1963, 64.
Mm-hmm.
62, 63 at Ohio.
We still got 18 to
And
show up.
we're all together, you know. We
Wonderful.
get together like once a year.
Yeah.
So,
But it's usually been in Ohio, though.
yeah, it's usually been down there. Well, actually, they get together in Florida every April for a golf tournament. I usually don't go because so many of them are retired down there. And I would have gone. It's usually like last year. I just had surgery, and you know, one thing or the other kept me from going. You know, I mean, I'm not a big Florida fan, but I would go for
Yeah,
those guys.
see the guys, yeah.
You know,
Why aren't you a Florida fan?
I don't like the humidity and all that. I don't feel good when I'm there. You know, even when it's warm. Yeah. Been more for warm weather. I prefer to go west, like Arizona or that.
More would try.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my knees feel good.
yeah.
You know, I just had a series of shots again, so waiting for those to kick in.
And
So you're
what-
planning to stop by tomorrow?
Yeah.
You be there in time for the first game?
For the kickoff of the first game or for the final whistle of the first game?
You pussy.
Somewhere in that range.
This is football, obviously.
Soccer, Chelsea,
Oh,
Yeah.
soccer.
Yeah,
Chelsea
Premiership,
Fulham tomorrow, 7 o'clock kickoff.
Premiership football, right.
7 a.m.?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it's 1 a.m. over there. It's lunchtime. You know,
right.
so. Yeah, I got Laura's uncle is in town from Lansing. He's there's only 2 of them left now since Maria's gone. There's Uncle Eugene from Lansing, and then the baby sister Irene, who still lives in Chicago. They're gonna come over tomorrow. We're gonna go out to lunch, 1 o'clock-ish or something like that.
They're not staying with you? They're staying.
No, they're staying. Irene lives Summit, right near Resurrection Cemetery, with that Crazy Mary. You know the story about Crazy Mary?
I've heard of mailbox.
All
Mary, but not
the
crazy.
Germans in Chicago are buried in St. Joseph or St. Boniface. All the Polacks are buried in Resurrection, which is around Archer, and it's west of Harlem,
Okay.
right there by Summit, right by the Argo steak plant. When you come in on 55, maybe you don't come that way often. Yeah, that's way too far south for you guys.
But Archer's diagonal, it goes pretty far out.
Correct.
Okay. I don't know how
It's the
far.
southwest. Archer, all the south side Polacks live along Archer, the north side Polacks live along Milwaukee. I mean, you take the city and fold it in,
Yeah.
you got the 2 Polish communities. Complete with like bakeries and sausage, the whole bit.
So who's all at your house now?
Jay, Susie, the 4 girls, although Mandy's gotta go to work, she's a nurse, she'll be at work at 3 o'clock. And then Laura, Michael, and one of our friends.
No John?
Laura. Huh?
John's up there?
No, John was at Susie's house last night. He may be there by now, because he was gonna go see his folks first, because they're alone by themselves, you know, like in their 80s. He's gonna go there first and,
Jacqueline was working last night and today.
No,
Jackson.
yeah, now where is she working?
I don't know.
I thought she wasn't at the hospital anymore.
Must be.
That's funny, I thought she got a different job.
Are you taping? Yeah, taping, are you?
No. So you said you're going to go to Tampa. Do you have any other trips planned?
Huh?
Do you have any other trips other than Tampa?
No, I mean, I've usually been in London like this
Right.
past week.
Yeah.
I didn't go this year. I just couldn't quite fit everything together right. And I'm glad I didn't because they had those 2 home games against Man United. And somehow they lost them both.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Glad I didn't go.
Oh, I don't have it with me. I was at Sam's Club yesterday, and I grabbed the manager's card, the business card, to show you why he's not very focused on the field. Because the manager's name was Joe Barton.
That would
Which
do
I
it.
thought was really funny.
That would do it.
Oh, I was actually going to say something about, what are you talking about? How are you criticizing his leadership? He's the manager of the whole Sam's Club.
That's right. That's a leader of some kind.
So Joey Barton is one of the big stars that QPR signed this year.
Oh.
And they made him the captain.
Why are you going to Tampa? Who's in Tampa?
Ohio University hockey team reunion. 50th
yeah?
reunion. I got a 50th high school reunion this June.
This is how you milk and stuff up there by the door, right?
Why aren't you to go?
I don't know anybody from high school. Didn't like all those snobs anyway.
But the people who show up aren't the snobs.
I mean, it was a great school. It was very important for me to get me going a different kind of life. But they were all rich North Shore kids. You know, mostly Irish Catholic.
Right, that's your people now.
Yeah, exactly. They never were.
How did you get to go?
You can go golfing with
I came
them.
out of the seminary, and I wouldn't have got in there from St. Andrews.
Really?
But
Oh,
but Mom
okay.
and I drove up there when I quit the seminary in February. I was halfway
Okay,
through
you
my
were-
sophomore year.
Yeah, I remember
and,
that.
And the
Right.
priest said,
One and a half years.
we always got room for one. Come on up. You know, and that was a bitch too, because I had to take the L up to Montrose and then the bus. And then my junior and senior year, my junior year I had a beat up car. My senior year I hitchhiked
Why?
to Lake Street to get to school. All you had to do is pick up a ride home, like after class or after football. As long as they got you in the city, you could get a bus or an L home. But you had to get a ride from Lake Street, Glenview, Wilmette, that's the borderline right there. And you had to get into the city so you could get a bus or something.
You said you hitchhiked then too.
And I had a buddy, a buddy had a car. He lived down by the lake, and I used to take the Lincoln Avenue bus down to Diversity. He picked me up at Lincoln and Diversity, and we drive out to school.
I heard that.
Didn't you used to pick up hitchhikers?
We all did know. It was
Way back when?
1962. Who cared?
I picked up a guy next to the car that was out of gas.